On the night of February 24, 25, 1942, just a few months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, an unusual and intense event unfolded in the skies over Los Angeles. Known as the Battle of Los Angeles, this incident sparked mass hysteria, widespread panic, and enduring mystery. Residents and military personnel believed they were witnessing a large-scale enemy attack. Anti-aircraft guns lit up the night sky, searchlights scanned for incoming aircraft, and the entire city went on high alert. However, despite the chaos, no enemy planes were ever recovered or even confirmed to have been present. Theories have circulated for decades, ranging from the possibility of a Japanese air raid to a weather balloon to even UFOs visiting Earth. With the fog of war and subsequent media speculation, the truth has remained elusive, leading some to question whether the US government has been hiding what actually happened. In this video, we will explore what people saw that night, where the mysterious objects went, and whether the citizens of Los Angeles were witnessing an extraterrestrial encounter or simply a case of wartime nerves. The context of wartime tensions. Why was everyone so nervous? To comprehend the eerie atmosphere that enveloped the United States on the night of February 24, 25, 1942, it's essential to recognize the heightened fear and anxiety that permeated the nation. Just 2 months prior, on December 7, 1941, the Japanese executed a shocking surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, plunging the US into the chaos of World War II. With the fear of further assaults looming, particularly on the vulnerable West Coast, paranoia gripped the populace, making them hyper-aware of any unusual activity in the skies. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, a flurry of perceived threats emerged along the Pacific coast. In late December 1941, Japanese submarines shelled the Elwood oil field near Santa Barbara, igniting fears of an impending invasion. The environment was ripe for suspicion, and with blackouts, air raid drills, and government warnings about enemy activity, it seemed that the very fabric of reality had shifted. In this charged atmosphere, the population was primed to interpret the unexplained as a potential threat, whether from earthly adversaries or something far more mysterious. What did people see that night? The events of the Battle of Los Angeles erupted late in the evening of February 24, when radar operators detected an unidentified object approximately 120 miles west of Los Angeles. Air raid sirens echoed through the city, initiating a blackout and prompting a flurry of military activity. Around 3 a.m., reports flooded in from military personnel and civilians alike, describing strange lights and objects hovering in the night sky. With anti-aircraft guns and searchlights at hand, the coastal defense system was mobilized. Within minutes, the night was shattered by the cacophony of gunfire as military personnel attempted to bring down what they believed to be enemy aircraft. Eyewitnesses reported seeing bright lights, flares, and even a large, slow-moving object that defied explanation. Some accounts mentioned multiple objects gliding silently in formation. Despite the barrage of over 1,400 rounds of ammunition, no planes were ever confirmed downed, and no bombs rained upon the city. The all clear sounded, leaving behind only confusion and unanswered questions. Where did it go? The lingering mystery of what happened to those unidentified objects remains one of the most perplexing aspects of the Battle of Los Angeles. If these were indeed enemy aircraft, how did they slip away without a trace? The absence of wreckage or any physical evidence led to wild speculation. Some military officials suggested that the objects had simply vanished into the night, while others floated the idea that they might have been Japanese reconnaissance planes that managed to evade capture and return to their bases undetected. However, these explanations seem inadequate in light of the intense anti-aircraft fire and the multitude of witnesses reporting similar experiences. Could it be that the objects seen that night were not conventional aircraft at all? This notion opens the door to more outlandish theories that challenge our understanding of what transpired that night. Was it a weather balloon? In the aftermath of the incident, one of the most frequently cited explanations was that the mysterious objects were simply weather balloons or atmospheric phenomena. This theory gained traction as military officials sought to downplay fears of an enemy attack or even the suggestion of extraterrestrial involvement. According to this narrative, the radar blip that set off the initial alarm may have been caused by a weather balloon, and the strange lights could have been reflections from searchlights or flares. Yet, this explanation does not satisfy all the skeptics. Weather balloons are relatively small and would likely have been destroyed by the heavy barrage of gunfire. Furthermore, the reports of a large, slow-moving object hovering above the city contradict typical behavior associated with weather balloons. Many eyewitnesses, including military personnel, insisted that what they witnessed was far too significant and otherworldly to be attributed to a mere balloon or known atmospheric phenomenon. Could it have been an extraterrestrial encounter? Amid the wartime jitters and the palpable tension in the air, an increasingly intriguing possibility began to surface. Could the objects seen that night have been of extraterrestrial origin? The idea of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, had yet to fully permeate public consciousness, but the sighting in Los Angeles added a new dimension to the already charged atmosphere of World War II. Eyewitness accounts of large, slowly moving objects with unusual flight patterns raised eyebrows and sparked imaginations. Speculation about advanced technology, possibly from other worlds, began to percolate through the public discourse. With military officials and civilians alike caught off guard by the mysterious lights, the concept of an alien presence began to take root, suggesting that humanity might not be alone in the universe. As the military scrambled to explain the bizarre events, some researchers posited that these lights could represent advanced aircraft from beyond the stars, intelligent beings observing human conflict from the safety of the heavens. This perspective offered a thrilling alternative to the reality of war, as it suggested that the mysteries of the universe were intertwined with the very human struggle for survival. Were we being attacked by UFOs? The idea that the Battle of Los Angeles was a UFO encounter has gained popularity in recent years, particularly among ufologists and conspiracy theorists. According to this theory, the objects seen in the sky that night were not Japanese aircraft or weather balloons, but extraterrestrial spacecraft. Proponents of this theory point to the strange behavior of the objects hovering in place, moving slowly and disappearing without a trace as evidence that they were not of this world. Several witnesses reported seeing a large, disc-shaped object illuminated by searchlights, which some believe to be a classic flying saucer. The fact that the military was unable to shoot down or even damage the object, despite firing over 1,400 rounds of ammunition, has only added to the belief that the Battle of Los Angeles was a UFO encounter. Additionally, some researchers have pointed to declassified government documents that suggest the military was aware of and concerned about UFO activity during World War II. Government cover-up. What are they hiding? The lack of a clear explanation for the events of the Battle of Los Angeles has led many to believe that the US government is hiding the truth about what happened that night. Some conspiracy theorists argue that the military may have recovered debris or even captured extraterrestrial technology, but kept it hidden from the public. Others suggest that the government has been deliberately downplaying the incident to avoid panic and maintain control over the narrative. In the years following the Battle of Los Angeles, the military offered several conflicting explanations for the incident. Initially, they claimed that the objects seen in the sky were enemy aircraft, but this explanation was quickly abandoned when no evidence of an attack was found. Later, officials suggested that the incident was a false alarm triggered by weather balloons or other atmospheric phenomena. However, these explanations have done little to quell speculation that the government is hiding something. In 1983, the U.S. Office of Air Force History concluded that the incident was likely caused by a combination of war nerves, weather balloons, and misidentifications of objects in the sky. However, this explanation has not satisfied those who believe that the Battle of Los Angeles was a genuine UFO encounter. The fact that no definitive explanation has ever been provided has only fueled speculation about what the government may be hiding. The lasting legacy of the Battle of Los Angeles, the Battle of Los Angeles, remains one of the most enduring mysteries of World War II. Despite the passage of more than 80 years, the events of that night continue to capture the imagination of historians, researchers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Whether the objects seen in the sky were Japanese planes, weather balloons, or UFOs, the Battle of Los Angeles serves as a reminder of the fear and uncertainty that gripped the United States during the early days of the war. For many, the incident has become a symbol of the potential for government cover-ups and the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. The lack of a clear explanation has left the door open for speculation, and the Battle of Los Angeles continues to be a popular topic in UFO circles and conspiracy theories. What did they really see? So, what did the people of Los Angeles see that night in 1942? The truth remains elusive. While the most likely explanation is that the incident was a case of wartime nerves exacerbated by misidentified objects in the sky, the possibility of a UFO encounter cannot be entirely ruled out. The absence of any physical evidence of an enemy attack, combined with the strange behavior of the objects seen that night, has led many to believe that the Battle of Los Angeles was something more than just a false alarm. Whether we will ever know the truth remains uncertain. The passage of time, the fog of war, and conflicting accounts have made it difficult to piece together exactly what happened that night. However, one thing is clear: the Battle of Los Angeles remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious events in modern history.